It's gonna be a huffy puffy one. Good morning. Starting my climb out of the campsite. I slept well. I wasn't cold. I'd noticed that all of my down in my underquilt was up around my shoulders. Looks like it had, because normally I have it at an angle where my head is lower than my feet. Oh, great. Here comes the rain. Maybe it just, kind of has been staying down there. So after, moving it around a little bit before bed, it seemed to help keep the chill off me. Yeah. So today, Franconia Ridge. I'm hoping for some views. Yesterday was an interesting reminder that not all the views are about being up high and seeing far. I hit this one section, there's a little lake or something, bog type area. And it was beautiful. Just the scenery was, to me, unlike anything that I get to see on a regular basis or ever. More of something I'd probably seen in a movie, this alpine terrain and these, mountains with, rocks. It's like something you would see in Montana or, just not, where I live. So, anyway, my mood is okay today. I had a weird dream last night. I had a dream that I was home and that I was looking forward to. It was like the opposite. Instead of being out here trying to plan on getting home, I was home trying to plan on getting out here. Yeah, it was odd. So it was odd to wake up in my hammock and be like, no, you are out here. You are doing this thing. So yeah, my mood is okay today. I'd say it's good. On the good side. I think I'm just kind of focused on doing the thing today, a little bit more here and now. And, we've gone over my options. It's basically minimum 10, maximum 17. The first part of the day will determine that. I got on trail at 6:55, which was a little bit later. But, packing up in the rain or in wet weather takes a little bit more, I feel like. Also, changing out wet clothes. People in camp reminded me of sleeping with wet stuff on and letting it dry, which I've done and I know works, but also I don't want that moisture going into my quilts. So I will stick with switching to dry clothes at night and then putting on wet clothes in the morning. Okay, I think that's enough for this morning. I need to focus on this. All right, see you later, party people. So I did just check the weather report. I thought that was a smart thing to do before I, head out on an exposed ridge for the next, 6 miles. And it looks like I might actually get some sunshine this afternoon. So although I want to make good time and get further, part of me wants to slow roll. So at least on part of this, I get a potentially really nice view, because right now I'm looking and it's socked in. I got about 2.5 miles to the first peak, which I think is Lafayette. Here's another side note. Because I'm going to Lafayette, I have the soundtrack of Hamilton playing in my head today. Anyway. Not much to see, but here we are. Lafayette. 5,085, I think. Correction, I was mistaken. That was Mount Lincoln at 5,085. Lafayette is in front of me. I'm making okay time today. I mean, I'm stopping a lot to take pictures, and earlier I was, texting people and recording this type stuff. So in 2 hours, I've gone 3.3 miles, which is a little bit better than 1.5 miles an hour, which is better than what I was doing before. Like I said, I think it would have been a little bit better. I think I might have even gotten close to 4 if I, was only hiking. So I'm not stopping to do stuff and pee. All right, now we're on Lafayette. 5,246 feet. we're on top of some of the clouds. I mean, as far as the view, that in itself is pretty cool. We're out here doing the thing. Yep, that's the trail.
Yeah, I got that ready to go with my stick, so I'll move those out of the way. Bring your water in here.
So, 10.4 I think today to Galehead Hut. Spent big money. It is a weekend, so it was a little bit more. It was like, I think it was like 180 bucks. I'm kind of regretting my decision. I could have gotten further. I was being a baby about the next shelter, which is point 0.8 off trail, which, as I say it, like, no, I don't want to do that. Out here, point 0.8 is pretty long. So, yeah, I could have gotten further, but I just didn't see a lot of options. And as far as stealth, like, I see stealth sites for tents, but not so much for hammocks. I mean, all the trees are really close together. They're small, and yeah. So, but you know what? I'm gonna get a really good meal tonight. It's a comfortable place. My socks are drying out. Yeah, the inside of my bag is pretty wet. I'm not sure if that's coming from I think it's coming from the outside, but it also could be because I put this in there. It wasn't. It's damp, but the amount of moisture I see in there doesn't add up. Again, it's a good thing that all my stuff is in trash bags. So so yeah, I'm trying to play out, come up with game plans, and from what I'm seeing, like 10 miles is an okay day out here. It's not great, I got finished pretty early. Tomorrow I got a 14 planned that takes me to the road. There's a bunkhouse where I could take a shower and charge my stuff. I think it's kind of crazy that we can't charge stuff here. Yeah, I know they have electricity because they're listening to music and there's lights, but it is what it is. So yeah, I need to charge my batteries because I won't get another day. But I think 14 will happen tomorrow. It looks like the trail is a little bit better, you know, in that area or along the route for tomorrow. Then I've got the rest of it planned out, and I think it's another 4 days till I get to Gorham. Again, some small days in there, more huts potentially, just because of the way it falls. Now, especially after I go through the presidentials, because I am going to stay at Lake of the Clouds. That'll be during the week, so it'll be a little bit cheaper. Doing the bunkhouse, which is $77. Another hut. Unfortunately, it looks like there's another hut in between. Now, my knees were giving me a little message today. So I did some stretching and I did some stuff today, and I'm going to be taking ibuprofen, at night and in the morning to kind of combat that. At least till I get through to Gorham. The thing is that there's a lot of descent after I finish the presidentials, and so if I do 10 miles, it's like, I forget what it was, but it's like 5,000 descent, and if I keep going, then it's a lot more descent, and that's what's killing the knees. And not killing, it's just giving me messages, so I'm just trying to be really mindful of that and treat them nice. So basically what I'm saying is that it looks like I'm going to be taking some really short days, and it's going to take me a little bit longer. I was planning on like 7 days, and it might be 8 days to get through the whites. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting the weather windows. Today ended up with some good weather for a minute. So that was pretty cool. It would be nice if I got some good weather going through, the presidentials, which might happen on Monday. Wait, today's Saturday. Yes, today's Saturday. So Monday, I'll start the presidentials. But then it's gonna rain for now, which will be when I'm going over Mount Washington. So anyway, we'll see. I want to, doing this tonight, doing the bunkhouse, and doing the Lake of the Clouds, that kind of was at least in the thought process, but doing another hut after that, I'd like to avoid it. I'd like to avoid doing more than 2 huts. So we'll see what happens, but I could tell you that I am a lot slower through here. A guy and I were talking about it, and he was saying 10 miles here is equal to 20 miles somewhere else. And I know that that's not everybody else's experience necessarily, but I could see it because every step has to be mindful. It's rocks, it's wet rocks, it's wet roots, it's mud, it's, there's so much going on. And I'm not willing to take a misstep, some of the stuff you're climbing up, which means that at some points you're climbing down. And if you've ever climbing down is harder, especially with a backpack on. So you know, today we basically climbed down a waterfall. You're right in the middle of it, a creek that was coming down at an angle like this, if not more. And yeah, so with that said, I'm having a good time. I am having a good time. It was a good day, a lot of here and now, and that's good. So yeah, on a side note, today is 13 years. 13 years clean and free from drugs and alcohol. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So I don't think I have enough reception to get to a meeting tonight. So this will be the first time in 13 years I haven't gone to a meeting on my anniversary. But it's okay. It's okay. Anyways, that's going to be my good night video for tonight. I'm sure there's going to be other people in here tonight. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow.